Well, good Sunday afternoon, friends. Mark Holmes here. And as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great day. We're going to be doing our Father's Day edition of our call-in live stream show. I know everybody should be hopefully having some good time with their family and everything else. My kids and things came in, spent the weekend, and had a great time with them. And I'm going to be here for the live stream. And we'll see who is here with us. This is an interesting take here. Watching Rich Eisen show, okay, with Albert Breer, and they're talking about who do you expect to be the longest holdout between Micah Parsons, Trey Hendricks, or Terry McLaurin. And the answer kind of surprised me a bit, but then again, maybe it doesn't because we're the Cowboys. Let's go to the tape and listen to this one and give me your thoughts.
The name of a guy, top of June here, Albert, whose contractual status will linger deep into August, if not early September, if not potentially the season. Give me that guy's name.
I guess the easy answer is Micah Parsons.
Really? Oh,
I mean,
God.
I just
thought the easy answer would be Trey Hendrickson.
Trey Hendrickson, yeah, Trey Hendricks
or McLaurin. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think Terry. So I look at Terry McLaurin as different than Trey Hendrickson and Micah Parsons in that the relationship between Terry and the organization is really strong.
Right.
And they've hit some bumps. There's no question. Talks are not in a great place right now. But he is so important to what Dan Quinn and Adam Peters were able to accomplish in year one. And here's the reality of it. You know this as well as I do, Rich. Like the way the rules are and have been since 2011 make it really hard to stage a holdout or any kind of wildcat strike in the summer. Is costly, right? So if you're going to make your point, spring is generally the time to do it, especially if you're a guy like this. So I have to think that cooler heads are going to prevail in the case of Terry.
Okay.
I think the other two are really unpredictable. Like I think Micah, after what happened last year with Dak and CD, and the market having changed with, I think the average per year now has to start with a 4 because of what Myles Garrett got. I think that one could wind up being pretty bumpy. There's even been like the back and forth between the agent David Mulugheta and the owner Jerry Jones. So, I think that one
is that because Jerry needed maybe somebody to send him the contact card for his phone.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how much offense David took to that, but I think it certainly got his attention.
You think? I mean, it's not his first rodeo, man.
I mean, it's one of the more prominent agents in the NFL, if not the most prominent agent in the NFL right now. So I don't know how that was all digested. I think it added a really interesting twist to the whole thing, and I do think like Micah. And I don't think Micah's going to do for something for less than 41, 42, 43,
Ouch.
Whatever the number is, And does he ask for a big jump? Like, remember, he had to wait an extra year too. Like they could have done this last year. He was eligible last year. So generally a tax comes with waiting the extra year. The Trey thing is, I think even less predictable because this is a 3 off-season thing now, right? And 2 years ago, they do the 1-year extension, which is a Band-Aid. Last year, they get nothing accomplished. And now they're here. And look, like I think the Bengals would be well within their rights to say, well, we can't do like a Nick Bosa or a Myles Garrett. Those were like market movers, right? Like Nick Bosa moved the market. Myles Garrett moved the market. We can't do like a market moving deal for you. That said, all right, you have Max Crosby in the mid-30s now, and you have Daniil Hunter in the mid-30s. And I don't know how you tell a guy who had 35 sacks the last 2 years that he doesn't belong at least there. Mm-hmm. Then you have the element of the structure, which Joe Burrow, the Bengals made exceptions to their contractual rules to do Joe Burrow's deal. Then they made similar exceptions for Jamar Chase, but not T. Higgins. So how does Trey Hendrickson fit into that? So if you see what I'm saying, like this is all really complicated. So that part of it, then you have the Joe Burrow like pressure element. Like Burrow really wants these guys in. Like, so how does that affect everything? The Hendrickson one to me is very, very unpredictable moving forward.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from.
Okay. So if we are to believe what we hear from Albert Breer, he does kind of make some sense because you have to figure that most teams, the Commanders, they have to make a deal. They cannot have Terry McLaurin. They have major problems right now at wide receiver because Michael Gallup you haven't even heard Michael Gallup because he's got like a strained hamstring. Noah Brown carted off, and Debo looking rather chunky. So they are the most desperate situation right now. They are looking at a wide receiver cupboard that is bare. So look for them to say, we got to get this shit done. So I can definitely say that one probably will be probably the first shoe to drop. The Trey Hendrickson one, I think that one's going to be a little bit of a problem. I think that's going to be difficult for them because the reality is for Cincinnati is they're a cheap organization. And they've spent a lot of money already, and they just don't have it to spend. So that one may be one that's protracted. And the Cowboys, it's not a matter of not wanting to get it done. It's not a matter of saying that we ain't got the money to get it done because the Cowboys could actually get some more cap relief getting Micah Parsons done. For the Cowboys, it's really about the show. They love the controversy. They love being talked about. I don't know why they need more. It seems like to me that if the Cowboys were to sign Micah Parsons, what people would be saying is, man, this is a new improved Dallas Cowboys. They're doing things differently than they would have before. Last year, this is the kind of stuff they would talk about. Last year, you saw what they did with CeeDee Lamb, right? Years before, D-Law, and then you talk about Zeke Elliott. And, of course, Dak Prescott got paid on opening Sunday. So now what kind of Cowboys do we have now? That would be the conversation. And that would be the ones that you would really want to have as opposed to, what the hell are you doing, Cowboys? This is stupid. So that's my opinion on that. So there's the bad news on Micah Parsons. Go figure. All righty, good people. I'll see you guys in about 40 minutes or so. Peace out.